Okay, let's go and meditate and ground ourselves. And then I am going to talk about certain things that I could smell that have alerted people to go to the doctor and find out that I can smell cancer. That's the reason why I now know the difference and stuff. And I couldn't figure out when I dated my ex, I thought maybe I lost that ability, and I really haven't. Um, I found out when I was 8, when my grandfather first had cancer. He had cancer twice. The second time it killed him. Um, a woman has come on here as Ruby Rabbit and said that she had cancer and she did 2 bags of chemo. They used to wipe my grandfather's ass with it. He really, this is the first, when they were doing it after they had no, how can I say this? They didn't see nothing happening, so they started using 2 bags of chemo, and it literally, it just tore him up. And when she said something about that she was going to, oh yeah, she went for a trail walk, and she had all this energy, and I'm thinking, the only thing I can come up with in my mind's eye about what, what to do in that situation when somebody lies to me on here. And when my grandfather, when I was 8, I told my grandmother that he's the only one that smells like this and it smells real bad. And I explained it to her, and she told me not to say anything because people would think I was nuts. But she was, yes, we understand. Yeah. When he got it the second time, I was 12 and I was very upset because I knew he wasn't going to make it. I knew that there was no way he would make it because he really had it bad, and it took him. And the third time I smelled it was I was working with a woman. My son and I worked for the same company, and I didn't know her that well. My son knew her better, and he knew someone who knew her even better that was her neighbor working in the same place. So he explained to the neighbor who was Asian, hey, my mom could smell cancer and she wants your friend to go to the doctor. She did get chemo and got taken care of. So, yeah, I could smell it. And it's pretty rank. I could smell also, believe it or not, sometimes venereal disease and stuff. It smells different. It still smells gross. And yeah, there's some guys that I actually turned down because they smelled bad. And then they said something like they had a leaky dick. And I'm like, oh, yeah, that's why you stink. So let's go and meditate. Let's let me move my heater. All right. What we're going to do is meditate. We're going to imagine a ball, relaxing our feet, our lower legs, our upper legs, our chest, our neck, our arms and hands, and our head. It's going to tether itself to my feet and go way down into the earth. Way deep down into the earth. Deep, deep down into the earth. And then it's going to suck up all the Gaia love. It's going to fill up your feet, your 2 lower legs, your 2 upper legs, and it's going to fill up your chest. Fill it up, and then your arms and your hands and your neck. And your head is going to blow up and out and out and out. And then you're going to fill it in love. I'm going to send love to Brooke. Send love to Brooke. Send love. And then I suck it up what's left and do 3 arms. There we go. All right. Yeah, apparently my so-called friend brought in a woman in here that he did not know very well, and he was trying to do a nice thing, I guess. So I actually don't think it was very nice. Um, yeah, I'm going to have to get a different boyfriend. He's bringing women in my room that I don't know, and they're a little bit, yeah, normals. Anyway, I will be talking about the Black Forest, and we're not going into extremities. This is not the Discovery Channel. We're not the Discovery Channel and believing these are real. All right? They're not real. Okay? There's no such thing as werewolves, and there's no such thing as Bigfoots. There's a lot of people believing all that stuff, and I think it's somebody wearing an outfit. But what I would like to do is put a product line called Bigfoot and make some really cool boots that make the Bigfoot print. That'd be really cool. So anyway, we're going to go and talk about the Black Forest. My great grandmother, who scared the fuck out of me, and I thought she was the meanest thing on the face of the earth, had the greatest stories. She'd keep me entranced with her stories, but when it came to, she called all the women girls. So I never came, I never came when she called. So my grandmother would say, "That's because you're calling her girl. She won't come to you unless you call her name, because that's what we told her." Surprise! Oh yeah, my grandparents decided to get her good because that's what she called all her grandchildren except me. She called me Blondie, and I still didn't come. So what we're going to do is, she had told me that the Black Forest is a magical place. She really believed it. And I really believe it too. I think that there is some truth to the folklore in a certain sense, and it must be on a ley line or some power source that's natural. So I have heard stories from her that she was a little girl and she was in the Black Forest and they were traveling. This is back when they had horses. She was an old bitch. So she was traveling on horses and they had come upon this hut, and it was late at night and they were just thinking of walking through, and a woman came out and she had offered them for a certain amount of money, you could stay the night, it's okay. So they did. And my great grandpa great grand my great great grandparents and my great grandmother went and stayed in this place, and apparently it was owned by a witch, and my family is very religious. I guess I didn't their religion kind of fell short in the 70s, but yeah. Um, they paid the woman and everything, but my great grandmother did something to piss off the witch. And she had, man, she must have gave her an ugly spell, because Jesus Christ, by the time I seen her, she was so goddamn ugly. You could have had to get 5 ugly bags for her. Oh, but she was not very pretty. The best way to describe her, she looked exactly like in the second movie in Bill and Ted when they showed the grandma. That one looked exactly like her. I said, Jesus Christ, somebody's seen my grandma. It looked exactly like my grandmother. No joke. So anyway, she had realized that she got cursed by the witch. That's what she said. She never went in the Black Forest. She didn't want to ever go to the Black Forest, but that was a shortcut through their house, and it saved a couple days. So they always went through there. But when they traveled again, the house was not there in the clearing. It was like a slight clearing, and there was a house there, and it was gone. It was like nothing was there. I said, well, maybe you're cursed in that house, but not out here. But she swore she was cursed. But I the family would go hunting for boar in there. You're not supposed to be hunting in there even back then, but they needed food, so my family would go hunting for this boar, and they called it the big black boar with the red eyes. It was what they called the devil boar. And one time my great grandfather was shooting at it, and it stood its ground, and it took the bullet and stood, didn't move, nothing, and it showed its big red eyes, and then it charged after them. They ran out, and they didn't get no food that night. They didn't eat. Yeah, and they said it was the scariest thing ever, and nothing happened. There was no, like, musket hole or no hole in the animal. And bullet holes are so nice and neat, but musket holes, if you've seen how the muskets are made and stuff, when you use those old guns, they got pretty big holes, by the way. The holes in there are a decent size. So I'm going to be on here for another, until 20 after. And then if no one comes on, you can at least later on look at this and realize that. Another thing is gnomes. Oh, yeah. She told me gnomes are really sweet in real life, but gnomes in the Black Forest, they're mean bastards. Apparently, the Black Forest makes everything evil, I guess. I don't know. But there's supposed to be unicorns in the Black Forest. Can you imagine walking, you're with your kid. You're with your kid, you're out, and the kid's really into, like, unicorns. Got the unicorn hat, the unicorn coat, the unicorn boots. Everything's unicorn, a unicorn outfit. And lo and behold, you see a unicorn. Wouldn't that be amazing? So I have heard people say that they had houses on the outskirts of the Black Forest, and they have seen unicorns go on the, outside just a little bit. And there's been recordings. In fact, there's a recording, I don't know if it's in England, but I think it's in England, and it's showing the Black Forest in the background. That's the Black Forest that they're showing, I believe. Don't, and there was unicorns. They had taken a video of it, and when they went down to go meet, see the unicorn was gone. They are supposed to be very magical. Their horns are known to extend life, and they are one of the kindest creatures. And if and they do break off their horns, and they do offer it to people. They are known to be one of the ones that you can, extend your life with their horn. If you grind up their horn, you take it, it extends your life. And they're known, let's just put it this way. If they were to say, hey, when I die, I want you to have my body, you can, their fur is known to be, my grandmother said, bulletproof, or not bulletproof, bulletproof from really bad magic. So if you have a unicorn hide that was given to you by a unicorn, they had lived out their life, they died naturally, and they have told you in some way in their head, or they're magical, they could talk, that you could have their hide afterwards, you would be allowed to have that. So their hide is known, even just keeping it nicely in the house, to protect your house from all evil from coming in. That means people, magic, all that shit. Mhm. That's what their hide is supposed to hide. Help. If you have a unicorn that cares about a family and wants the same protection while they are living, what they do is they take their horn. Their horn is, like a typical horn. There's nothing magical. Well, there is, and they they rub it around the whole house, and your house is protected while they're living. It's amazing. I used to hear stories about the unicorns. The gnomes were people who were travelers would think they'd be nice, and they would end up being they're like the miniature thieves. Imagine a thief that's real small and that can steal real good. So that's where it goes. And we have 4 minutes before I sign off. I would say that werewolves are there. I don't know what properties or what goes with the whole the werewolf thing, but this Friday, well, is it Friday or Saturday? One day this week you can be able to meet me if you want on you know that's you know I want to go over to California, and there is a place that's called Shoshone, and I love their nachos. So I haven't been there in a while. I went there to go to use the restroom with my friend Sarah, but to go and eat. And you're welcome to come and see me. I don't know when I'm going to be there, but I will put out a post when I'm going to go there. Usually my stuff's been changing so much, so I want to go over and get some nummies. And I gotta pay bills. Yep. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Yippers. Lucky me. So, if you want to come down over to the where I'm planning to go, shoot, what's the name? Crowbar Restaurant. I will be going there to get some nachos, and I would love to see some of my patrons. Bring your girlfriend, bring your grandma. We can all talk and laugh. It's really good. So anyway, I have one person here, and a long time ago, through by accident, my grandfather got cancer, and I could smell it. In fact, I worked with a coworker who had it, and I could smell it on her. I had to have my son, because I wasn't close to her, and I didn't want her to think I'm like cuckoo for coconuts. So I told him, I go, that woman I work with, she needs to go to the doctor. She needs to get checked out. Why? Devin, I could smell cancer. She's got it. She's got the cancer. It's not that bad right now. But I said, I could smell it on her breath. Every time she talks, I want to go, God damn, get a fucking breath mint. And then I'm going, hold it. Wait. What is that? Oh, Nike. She quit her job so she could take her chemo. I believing because she quit her job soon after she went to the doctors. I don't know if she had cancer or not, but if I helped her in some way, I hope so, because God damn, I hate having. I really do. I just want to be like that type of person. I don't care to know, but I do anyway. Well, it helps in a lot of ways, because a lot of the guys that smell weird, they usually have a venereal disease. That's what usually, it sounds fucking weird. I had a guy tell me after, I'm going, God damn, I'm sitting there smelling myself. Jesus, I'm at a date, smelling myself. Then I go, oh, it did smell like cancer. Cancer has the worst smell ever. We're talking diapers, old meat, the nastiest stuff, carcasses of animals. Put it in a plastic bag, put it at 140, 130-degree temperature, and then go and open it and smell it. That's what it smells like. But this one guy I kept thinking, God, he stinks. And he goes, my dick is leaking. And I'm like, oh, crap. Well, you know what? I think this date's done. Bye. Yeah. Go get checked out by the doctor, honey. You got a DD. Well, looks like I'm going. Bye.